What's going on, guys? Kagan here, and today I'm going to be showing you kind of what's going on, what has been going on the last 3-4 months since I've done a YouTube video. I kind of just took a step back from showing everybody what I was doing and just getting to the grind of what I am doing, and that's been buying eBay inventory and maintaining positive sales coming through. I have pretty high sell-through ratio in my store, so it does somewhat require a lot of attention, but my store has gotten to the point where it's somewhat autonomous. There is still a lot of work to be done, but a lot of what I buy is stuff that you only need to update the quantity. Since I sell a lot of the same things, some items in my store I've sold hundreds of, some of them I've only sold like 20 or 30, but there is a lot of things that I do sell that are the same. So when I started this 3-4 years ago, I was kind of buying anything and everything, and there was one category in specific that I did buy a lot of, and that was video games. And when I moved back to Texas, I kind of got back to that, and that's kind of, the pandemic pushed me into that a little bit more, since the stores shutting down and the coronavirus going around and everything. I didn't want to go out, and I didn't want to risk my health or my family's health, so I stayed home and I purchased my inventory online. That's good. That's been going pretty good, and I have been building a steady supply of inventories coming in every month, and it continues to come in every month. And right now I'm focusing for Q4. We're building inventory, me alone. I'm building inventory. A lot of what I sell is going to be things like this. So like I sell Nintendo 64s. I've got a green one, got a purple one, some more green, and some black ones as well. And I sell a lot of video games. A lot of retro stuff is what I kind of get into. That's my niche. But I mean, I sell Funko Pops, I sell board games, I sell books, electronics, toys, tools, kind of just whatever. I love brand new stuff because it's easier for me to flip. I don't have to so much worry about testing. It's not as time consuming, and if I can get multiple SKUs of the same product, if it's new, there's only like a couple pictures I need to take, and it's just updating the quantity. That's my business model. That's what works for me. What works for you might be a little bit different, but that's kind of that's the beauty of this kind of business, is you don't really have to have a specific niche, and you don't have to follow somebody else's specific niche. You can kind of just fall into your own category and build your own brand off of just things you know more than other people know about. And that's kind of what I've done. That's what I've been doing. That's what I want to continue to do. While I do sell majority video games, I'm building my capital on that, and it is a steady supply of income. But once I have more than enough to purchase video games a month, I'm going to dive into more stuff as well. But it seems like the cap on these a month is what I can afford to buy right now. I try to spend about $200 to $2,500 a month, which is not a whole lot. But my return of interest on these guys is 50% and up. I calculate 50% return of interest just for loss. Sometimes I get something that actually is broken, so I can't sell it at full price. But typically, if everything goes right, usually it's 100% and more return of interest, just because of when you take something and you add value to it, that does add a lot more. You can demand a higher price, and once you have your eBay presence built up, you have higher feedback, you have a steady sales presence, you're always putting up new items. People look at that and they see you as a trustworthy candidate to purchase from. So that's what I'm still striving to accomplish, is building a bigger presence on eBay. And I am 100% for customer satisfaction. I treat every transaction the same. If somebody wants to return something and I think they're trying to scam me, I won't even send them a message. I just go through the return process. They get their money back. I get my product back, maybe. and that I just, let it go. You don't need to focus on the little things, because in the long run you're going to have a lot of those not happen. I don't know where I was going with that, but you're not going to have a whole lot of those. That's not really a big part of what does happen in an eBay business. Most of the time someone's going to get your product, they're going to like it, they're going to leave a little bit of feedback, maybe. Not everybody does. I've had tens of thousands of sales throughout my history, and I don't even have 1,000 feedback. So while I'm not the biggest guy on eBay, my sales consistency can say that I do know what I'm doing. I average anywhere between the highest amount of sales I've had in a month was $10,000. That was eBay. That was all eBay, actually. But typically a good month here lately has been about 5,000 to 6,000 a month on sales for eBay. And then I have a full-time job, and I also do DoorDash on the side as well. If I can sell something on Amazon, I will, but I don't focus on Amazon right now. I was doing retail arbitrage quite a bit, and you can see that in my prior videos, but right now I'm focused on eBay. I can sit at home, I can purchase my inventory online, or I can meet with somebody in person sometimes if it's not too sketchy. But yeah, that's kind of where I focus, and that's what is keeping me going right now is, eBay. And eBay is a great place to be. You can build your brand, you can build who you can look exactly how you want to look, and you can't do that on many other marketplaces. Like Amazon, you're Amazon, and a lot of people don't even know when they shop on Amazon that they might be buying from a third-party candidate. On eBay, well, not everybody knows, but on eBay, you kind of get a feel for who the buyer and the seller is. Everybody has their own profile. It tells you exactly what it looks like before you purchase or sell something to somebody. So, eBay has a more personalized touch, and that's kind of why I like it. Their fees and everything have been changing lately, but I've actually noticed after they after they switched over to eBay Managed Payments, it took me a while, because when they announced it, I actually declined. I was a little skittish, and I should have just went ahead and accepted it, but after they rolled out that new program, there was a bit of a hiccup in the front, but I am lowering my fees because of that. Sometimes on a PayPal transaction, they would charge me like $8, $10 sometimes if it was a large transaction, and now they're charging me the 30 cents, and then there's a variable fee, but my fees have lowered actually, and that's great. I did stop using FedEx. I gotta keep checking the time. I gotta be out of here. I got a drug test. I just started this new full-time position, but yeah, I gotta go at 12:30-ish, something like that. So I got like 7 minutes. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, brain fart. But anyway, yeah, eBay Managed Payments has lowered my fees. I stopped using FedEx because packages were getting lost, and then top of that, the way that they process and manage the accounting and the billing, I don't understand why sometimes it takes 2 months or so just for me to pay the amount that I need to pay for the package I shipped out forever ago. And then the price could differentiate. So for example, like a month ago, and this is when I stopped using, a month ago they quoted me for a package, which I ship this exact same package out all the time. It's in this box right here, 12 by 8 by 4, and when it's all boxed up and everything, it's gonna weigh 2 pounds, between 2 pounds 9 ounces and 2 pounds 11 ounces. But that was shipped out FedEx. They quoted me for $8.29. After it was all said and done, I ended up having to pay almost $27. So I'm like, that's ridiculous. Now I got to go back into my spreadsheet, and I got to change all that. I got to go into my invoices and everything. I got to change all that, and for every single time, even if it's only by a penny, I got to go back and I got to change it, and it's not worth it. So I switched over to USPS, which they're dealing with some stuff right now too. But you got to pick the best of both of the two evils. I mean, you get what you get. But yeah, right now I am just steady focused on doing what I can right now between the pandemic and the recession and everything right now. And I do feel bad for everybody that has been doing bad and slow sales. It depends on the category you're in on eBay. on whether or not you're going to make it through this or not. You got to be adaptive. You got to find it where you can find it. And I know people that were dependent on thrift stores and garage sales and stuff like that. That sucks. And they didn't really shut down here in Texas like they did in other states. We still have garage sales. We still have thrift stores. Retail arbitrage has kind of been butt lately. I haven't really been finding a whole lot. I also don't really go look all that often. I kind of have been eating out more lately. I don't go to Walmart as much. I don't go to HEB, or I don't go to Target like I was before the pandemic. It was like every other day I was going to one of those stores. Figure while I'm getting groceries, I can also, do a little work. But here lately, that has just not been a priority of mine. Maybe when I get more capital built up and everything's kind of steady. Right now, because my sales ratio is so high, I'll have a 200% sell-through ratio. So if I have 100 items, I'm typically going to sell. I have about 120 SKUs on my eBay store, and that's about 300 items or so. So with 100 listings, I'll usually sell like 200 or so a month, give or take. So yeah, it is kind of a chore for me with the video game category, because you do have to replenish very often. It does get kind of overwhelming because you don't know whether or not you're going to find that next bunch of stuff that's going to keep you going throughout the months, and that is a little bit consuming. So right now I'm focusing on buying as much as I possibly can, knowing that down the road, come Christmas, I'm going to be thanking myself that I did stock up, that I was able to go and do it, because I know the prices go up then too. So buying now, even though the prices are up on video game categories and a lot of categories actually, right now is a good time. If anybody's out there looking to do retail arbitrage, I would recommend Home Depot. I would recommend Target, Walmart. Those are the ones that I would usually go to. You can also, there's a place called Dirt Cheap. I went there. They buy the liquidation pallets from Target, Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, all the places that are trying to get rid of stuff. You would buy them from Dirt Cheap, and then I would flip it on Amazon or eBay. But I'm still sitting on some of that Dirt Cheap stuff. Well, I'm still sitting on Walmart stuff from like last Christmas. If anybody wants some free toys, hit me up. But yeah, that's kind of what I got going on, guys. I'll try to do some more of these videos, but I really haven't been, I guess, so much motivated to kind of, I don't know. I'm not one to get up and brag about what I got going on. I just do my thing and I stay focused. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Instagram. I have both, but I don't like it. It's not for me. And then amidst the pandemic, social media did get a little bit more toxic than it already was. So that kind of pushed me even more away from social media, including YouTube. I still watch people, not as much as I used to. I used to wake up every morning and I would watch all my favorite YouTube guys, kind of get a feel, get inspired. But I don't really need the inspiration. I know what I need to do in the morning. I know what needs to be done. I always have stuff to do now. So yeah, I don't ever wake up in the morning and not have anything to do with my eBay store. There's always something, which sometimes gets a little overwhelming. So you got to remember to take days off. That is super important. Remember to take days off. If you work every single day, which I do, a lot of the times I will work 7 days a week, but I try to take once a week or so. I'll take at least one day off, hopefully. I'm going to take Saturday off this week, and then I don't know about next week. Sometimes I like to just stack up some cash and be a little bit more comfortable in my own personal life. But that is what I have going on, guys. If you like this kind of content, if you want to see more, or if you have any questions, I'm always up. I've been doing this for almost 4 years now. So if you have any questions, shipping, I am well adept in the field of shipping. I have all my own boxes, all my own bubble wrap. I don't even use flat rate boxes anymore. Right now, I have 4 different size boxes I use regularly. I have a 7x7x7, 12x8x4, and then 7x4x4. Those are like almost everything goes out. And then for first class, they go out in these 9x6x1 bubble mailers. I chose black because it's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling, guys. If you have any questions, do message me or comment on my videos. I'm not asking you to like or subscribe or anything like that, because you do you and I'll continue to do me. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully we can get it going again.